Hello, welcome back to another video, you lovely lot. Now, before I get into this, as you're watching this video, you might see that there is a like button down there, and there's also a subscribe button. So if you could just give it a cheeky little like and a cheeky little subscribe, that'll be amazing, because we're going to get into this video, and it's going to be really cool, because I've been contacted by one of my sponsors, which is Precision Fuel and Hydration. You may have heard of them. You may have never heard of them. That's what this video is all about. Those of you that don't know about them, you'll be able to find out about them. Those of you who do know about them, you'll be able to find out some more about them because they're releasing some really cool things. And anyway, they've contacted me. They've wanted me to come down to their office, which is based in Bournemouth, with a few other athletes and basically create some content. So I'm creating a behind the scenes video and they're going to be creating a better video, basically better quality. I'm not saying their video is going to be better than mine, but it will be more refined, that's for sure. And anyway, that's what this video is all about. It's showing you guys the Precision Fuel and Hydration range. It's showing you exactly what they do and giving you kind of some insight into that, and hopefully giving you some really useful information that you can take away, training, racing, everything. All the links are in the description below. So stay tuned, let's jump right into it. Next up, we drop into the Precision Fuel and Hydration HQ for Fenella to warm up, but also for me to capture some images and some videos of behind the scenes where we interview Fenella, Leon and Abby, one of the head sports scientists there at Precision Fuel and Hydration.
As you're watching this video, I'm guessing you're considering getting your sweat tested. So let's dive into the science to decide whether it's the right test for you. Sodium plays a really key role in nerve transmission, muscle contraction, and in maintaining blood plasma volume and cognitive function. At Precision Fuel and Hydration, we combine your sweat sodium score with some contextual information around the racing and training that you're doing and the environments that you're doing it in to build you a personalised hydration strategy with advice on what, how much and when to drink.
Oh no! Did not see that, sorry. Hydrate. Yeah, I just did not see it.
This is why we do a behind the scenes
exactly.
video.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Personalising your hydration strategy by taking a sweat test may help you perform at your best. And if you want to learn more about what it involves, then watch our video, What to Expect at Your Sweat Test.
Quickly introduce yourself to the camera.
Hi, my name is Leon Chevalier. I'm 25 years old. I'm studying chemical engineering at Bath Uni, and I'm also a professional long distance triathlete.
Yeah, nice. And this is your bike?
It is.
And you're going to be doing a
it's the training bike.
sweat test.
I've done a sweat test.
You've done a
this
sweat test
morning.
already? Yeah.
I've done a few bits of interviews, and then this afternoon filming on this and filming on the run.
Nice. And like biggest races you're gearing up for this year?
I'm gearing up for both Ironman World Championships. One in
Nice.
May in Utah, one in Kona in October.
Nice, nice. Social medias in the description below. Go and check them out.
Thumbs up. What I really love about the PF&H gel is its neutral taste. It means that I can eat it What I really love about the PF&H gel is that it's got a neutral taste that I can taste.
I'm gonna make a bloopers video of this.
A lot of age groupers and stuff won't use gels very much in training, and I think it's just a case of saying, even though the PF&H energy gels are really good, they taste really neutral, the chew is the best alternative for people who just don't like gels.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And then if like the texture of the gel isn't for you.
Yeah, that's the phrase to use. Yeah, go for it.
This is a bit like a bit like a Turkish delight.
Alright, so we've had a really busy morning here at Precision Fuel and Hydration. I've managed to sneak Abby away for 5 minutes, who's the head scientist here, and she's going to talk through a little bit more about what we've been doing and kind of like working with Leon and Fenella specifically, and kind of their pre-season approach to things, and hopefully a successful season ahead for both of them. So how do you think it's been going?
Yeah, it's really good. It's fantastic to see them face to face. Unfortunately, with geography and athletes travel,
Yeah.
a lot of the work we do is remote and via emails and video calls. So it's fantastic to get them in person, sit them down, and again retest them. They had both been tested before, but retest them today, get some fantastic footage going into the season, but also just to kind of, you know, bring back confidence in the scores that we've got from them, and really drive home again that importance of hydration and fueling going into the season. Acts as a good reminder.
Yeah, exactly. And if there is something that people watching this video, anything to take away from this, what would it be? Like a snippet of information that people can just take away from this video, and that's obviously useful to them with regards to hydration or fueling.
I suppose it's a little bit cliche given what we do, but it's so individual, so personalise it for you. Go away and figure out your numbers, carbs, fluid and sodium. You know, we've got 2 athletes here today, Leon and Fenella, that both will do somewhat different things come race day, depending on their own needs. So I can't stress enough the importance of an athlete figuring out what works for them. Yeah.
And you've got obviously you can do like the full bells and whistles, fit like sweat test here, but if people can't do that, there is one online, isn't there?
There is. There's an online sweat test that athletes can do. It's just 10 questions.
Cool.
It gives us that context, you know, a bit of information around what it is you do, where you race, the conditions you race in, and your perception of how you sweat, so your sweat rate and perhaps how much sodium you lose in your sweat. And we appreciate that can be a little bit difficult to sort of estimate, but we can bracket you based on those answers and say, okay, this is where we think you are. It's a cornerstone to build from. Go and do some trial and error. Come back to us at that point and we can help you refine that process further. So, of course, the advanced test is fantastic to do, but we appreciate not everyone can.
Exactly,
for logistical reasons or cost or whatever. So it's an alternative route to getting to the same place.
Yeah. Back to something we talked about near the start, because we obviously work with a lot of age group and recreational athletes. What would be your advice for someone trying to juggle work and family life and training? What would be like the one piece of advice you'd give for finding that balance?
Well, I don't envy them whatsoever. Just put that out there. Obviously, they have it harder than pro triathletes trying to juggle it and trying to reach that peak performances. But it's just getting your priorities right and understanding what you can do with the time available. Say if you've got 15 hours to train, 10 hours to train, to use that as productively as you can. Family time and all the other stuff around that is just as important and also just as stressful, so you can't neglect that. I honestly find, not that my family's stressful, I'm not trying to say that, but like those type of events just as draining and just as time consuming as doing a training session. So don't try and cram it all in and think you're going to get the best out of yourself. So make sure you consider those things and understand that those things still do have quite a big stress or implications, or if you have something that's got to be a big deadline at work, that's still going to have an implication on how you react to sessions and how you recover from sessions. So it, like you said, it's a balancing act, but if you understand what you can do with the time that you have, I think you can just be as effective and perform at the level that you are capable with the hours that you have.
Get some water down here. I love it.
Where's my electrolyte?
That's actually vodka.
Cool, so I'm here with owner of Precision Fuel and Hydration, Andy Blow. How do you think today's gone, Andy?
It's been great fun, Harry. It's been good to have all you guys around. We love having athletes in the office, chatting with you, getting some photos, a bit of video content. It's one of the more fun parts of my job, actually.
And we've been doing kind of getting loads of different bits of content, but you have released something exciting in the last few weeks, and there's also some more things that you're going to be releasing in due course. Is that something that you can sort of allude to and chat a little bit more about?
Yeah, so the new product is one behind me, funnily enough, as if we'd set it up,
Yeah.
even though we haven't.
Like it's meant to be.
Yeah, we've done the 90 gram jumbo gel, we're calling it, the PF90, which is like a screw cap so you can reseal it and reuse it. Or you can just, obviously, if you're doing a really hard session, really long session, you might smash through a couple of those if you're going for it hard. And that we launched that recently. That's been going really, really strong. Lots of good feedback from athletes. We're getting a bite valve for it soon. We've been testing some prototype ones with you guys today, so that you can take the cap off and screw that on, and then you can just use it one-handed, which is a big game changer on the bike. We've also got energy chews coming out very soon, so that's kind of a little packet, 30 grams of carb, a bit of an alternative to a gel. Sometimes people just don't like the texture of gels. Other times you're doing a really long race or you're out on a long ride, you don't just want to be slurping something sticky down. You want something a bit more bite, and so they're coming very soon. And then sort of beyond that, we've got two other exciting new projects. One is a caffeine gel, which is not in production yet, but we've made prototypes and we're getting ready to produce a caffeine gel. So we'll have a PF30 with 100 milligrams of caffeine before too long. And lastly, it's more of a software project. We've been working on this, we're calling it in-house like the Ultimate Fueling Planner. And the idea is it's like a download of the brains of the sports science team here into a piece of software that enables you to get a fueling and hydration plan for your upcoming race, and it'll take into account your physiology, your experience and background, the length of the race, the intensity, the weather conditions. And it's not supposed to replace entirely or give you like a full end-to-end plan. It'll give you the outline of one which you can then go out and refine with a bit of trial and error. So that's coming together as we speak, and that's a big exciting release for us in the near future.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. It sounds like you're sort of covering all the bases with the electrolytes, and now obviously all the fueling and the different kind of methods that's coming in, which is really exciting. And you've also just signed with the PTO for the PTO Tour.
Yes.
So I guess people who have signed up for that, if people are watching this who have signed up for that, they'll be able to see your products on race day.
Yeah, that news is really hot off the press, but we are very excited to be doing that, because we've been bashing away at this, at what we've been doing for 10 years, nearly 11 years now, and it's been very word of mouth is the way that we've spread and grown, and we've grown relatively organically, and now we've decided that it's time. We feel like we've got the full range of products, we've got the global logistics set up to be able to ship them everywhere in the world. We've got loads of pro athletes that we're working with. Now is the time to be making a bit more noise, and the PTO are obviously doing a great job in triathlon with all of the initiatives and the ventures they've got to try and support professional athletes, to try to grow the sport in a totally different way that's never been done before. And we thought we want to get involved in that. So yeah, being on the tour this year, and part of that is going to be extremely exciting. As you felt today, there's like a real buzz in the office about that.
Yeah, absolutely. One last personal question. For yourself, racing this season, anything exciting lined up?
Well, we always do in the office these like BHAGs that we call them, the big, hairy, audacious goal. And although with the business and with family it's hard to find time to train, I'm going to get out my comfort zone this year, I think, with a gravel ride. So like a 2-day gravel ride in Wales, an enduro event, and then also hopefully I've got a run planned which is down the Stour Valley Way, which is kind of it's 100k from Stour Head Gardens right down to Hengistbury Head down near here. I meant to do it last year and then got injured, and then by the time I'd got over my injury it was all flooded and it was too wet. So hopefully if I can hold it together for a few months, then I'm going to try and knock that off in the summer. That's my sort of plan this year.
Nice, that sounds amazing. Well, best of luck for that, and thanks so much for having me around today. And yeah, links to website, Instagram, everything in the description below. Go and check it out.
Magic. No, it's been great having you here, Harry. Anytime. We're always welcome. Come pop in for a coffee.
Yeah.